Welcome to the Locksmith Security Network. LSN is your powerful resource, hosted by Wayne Winton for all things locksmith and security. Alrighty, we are live. This is Wayne. Actually, well, we're pre-recording, but we'll be live when this goes live. I am here with Stephen McLemore from Banner Solutions, and he's going to talk to us about some classes and training opportunities that are going to be offered here coming up at the end of the month. And go ahead and talk about what we've got. When are the dates, and what are some of the options that we have for your training seminars?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Wayne. The event is going to be a 2-day event. We're going to do Thursday, April 24th. It's going to be an all-day event. We're going to have some keynote speakers for breakfast. We're going to have our CEO, Ronnie, and then our our Chief Revenue Officer, Rick White. They're going to be presenting there at breakfast. And then we're going to get right into training. We're going to do training from 8 to 5. And if you don't mind here, Wayne, I'm going to share my screen here. And
yes, sir.
I'll provide a list of the training opportunities that we're going to have.
Yeah, bring it up here and we'll pop it right up on there.
Can you see there? Perfect. So round out the classes from 1 to 5. I'm not going to repeat everything because I feel like everybody here watching can read, but we have several different seminars, different classes that are going to be broken up in the first day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will go into Friday.
Right. Read some of those off to us, if you would, some of the classes and some of the instructors, just so people, because not everybody's going to have the visual effect.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Absolutely. We have everything from basic and advanced combinations from Asa Abloy, Schlage cylinder services by Allegion, and then some of the more personalized ones we're going to go basic safe servicing in group 1 and 2 mechanical locks by Ken Fo. There's your name, Wayne, how to sell and install electronic access control.
Yes.
An old friend of ours, Automotive Locksmithing 101 by Bruce Horn. Go down to some of the other ones, Safe and Bolt Lock Training class by Sergeant Greenleaf. And there you are again, Wayne. Sales Skills 101, Selling Beyond the Services.
Yep.
And then we're going to have Ethics that night by Roger Courts there from 7 to 8. And then we'll go into some of the training classes for Friday. Electric Strike Applications by Asa Abloy. Command Access Electro Mechanical Solutions class by Command Access. Here's some of the other personalized one, Hands-On, an original Lishi by Thomas Corey. A few by you, Wayne, hollow metal door installation, storefront and aluminum door servicing.
Yep.
And then a few of the last ones, safe manipulation with Seth Bloomberg, fire door inspection, by Dormacaba. And then the last two, the Auto Pro Pad Programmer by Lack Labs, and then the automatic door operation installation hands-on class by Mycom.
Yeah, that's a great lineup. And there's so many talented educators there. I know Ken Fu, you simply can't go wrong with one of his classes. I mean, he's a legend in the industry. He's been in it for years. He's offering his expertise, and he's offering his years and years and decades of wisdom. So anybody that wants to take more safe work classes, he's a great one. Seth Blumberg, if you're going to be learning manipulation, that's the guy to learn it from. He's hands down one of the best in the industry. I've taken his classes. I've worked with him before, and the man's a legend. Like, if you want to talk about somebody who is as close to James Bond as you can possibly get. That guy has the best stories. Like the education that he has is fantastic, but the side stories about how he got that education and some of the things that he's done in his career are off the charts entertaining and borderline, if you can even believe some of the stuff that he's been through. It's pretty crazy. Roger Courts, obviously, ethics is really good stuff as well. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, and I was just gonna say, the kind of the branding. I'm sure some of the listeners. This is essentially the old HL Flake show, that we used to run back in the day. Back in the HL Flake days, it was a huge event. People from all over the country would come and do it. The legendary, if you would. We're doing it on a little bit of a smaller scale. We decided to kind of shorten it. We don't want the locksmith to take too much of their time away from business. Obviously, you won't be able to sell and open up like you would. So we kind of shorten it into 2 days, give you some of the weekend back and some of the week back, and kind of pack it tight in there. So it's essentially the old HL Flake show.
That's great. Yeah. And I mean, everybody always talked about that legendary HL Flake show. They roll out the red carpet, the top-notch educators, like that list that you just had there. I mean, these are the legends in the industry. When you go to a trade show, those are the names that you want to see for those different classes. So I highly recommend, if anybody's interested in any of those subjects, go ahead and definitely jump on those. Get registered now, because those classes are filling up pretty quickly, aren't they? Can you give us some numbers and some feedback on how some of those classes, those popular classes, are filling up right now?
They are filling up. I believe that the early bird registration ends tomorrow, which is April 9th. I could be incorrect about that, but I believe that the early bird registration ends April 9th. For those that are traveling in town, I know that the hotel room block deadline is April 11th. And then, with the registration fees and everything, that covers breakfast, lunch, appetizers, drinks from the welcome reception, parking, and all of that good stuff. Marketing did not provide me with the numbers, but I can see which ones are full.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. Just kind of diving into some. I know the safe classes usually fill up because those just don't get offered very much. And again, you've got two of the best people in the industry, Ken Fu and Mr. Blumberg, Seth. They're just
Seth. The class with Seth Blumberg, safe manipulation, is close to filling. There's 3 spots available for that one.
Yep.
The automotive locksmithing one is with Bruce Horn on Thursday is filling up.
Bruce is definitely one of those top tier legend guys too. I mean, you're gonna walk away. I don't care how experienced or inexperienced you are, you're gonna walk away with some good information from that guy.
Absolutely. It's never a dull moment with Bruce. That guy knows his way around the automotive industry.
Oh, yeah.
The truth. And, we'll have some of the local reps from your manufacturers there as well, that will be demonstrating some of the new products, lines that they have coming out, so along with classes that'll kind of give you the trade show feel as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now that we've talked about and we've bragged about all of the other classes there, just talk about some of the ones that I have to offer as well. We're going to be doing the electronic access control installation. There should be a beginner and advanced kind of class in there, and that's really going to help people learn about electronic strikes, how to install them, running wire. Basically, it kind of gives you a drone footage of 30,000 feet up, what really it takes to both sell the electronic access and install it. And for those that are willing to dip a toe or that want to become doing it more full time, obviously that is the number one thing that is blowing up in our industry right now is access control and security. It's really starting to blend and meld the locksmith and the security professional trades together because they're so integrated. I get a ludicrous amount of work from general contractors that just want me to cut strikes in or just want me to help with the hardware selection and hardware schedule, because there's so many different options out there. It's overwhelming is really what it boils down to. So what I want to do is I want to give people, 5 or 6 products that they can really work with, that's going to be user friendly and be pretty universal, and at least get them started in that field and in that area. I also like to offer information about partnering with another person. If you're not good at running wiring, it doesn't mean that you can't play the game and play in the field and get some of that money back in that industry. You simply just partner with somebody else. Work with an electrician, work with a general contractor, work with an alarm company, work with a security company, and they would love to have somebody that does the physical installation and physical hardware installation of those products as well. So those are also good things to go with. We're also doing aluminum storefront door servicing and hollow metal door servicing. I believe the hotel is actually kind enough to let us do a continuous hinge installation on a door. That is hands down one of my best money makers. I tell people I don't have a college degree, but I can make $500 an hour every single day by installing a continuous hinge. Those hinges cost at cost for us from a supplier. They're anywhere from $135 to $185, just depending on what hinge you get and what size you get. I can install that for $750 plus all day long for one hinge. So, there's at least $500 an hour, if not more, because the way I do it, the way that I actually teach how to do it, you can do it with one person in about 30 minutes. I can do them in about 30 minutes now. And that really helps out a shop, because most people, when they go to install a continuous hinge, they send 2 guys out in a truck. It takes them about an hour to drop that door, pull the pivot hinges off or pull the butt hinges off, and then re-hang the door, reset the door, and then mount your hinge that way. I teach you how to do it all by yourself. No need to have extra people there. I actually had a young gal working for me. She was probably 98 pounds, sopping wet, and she could do a continuous hinge all by herself, but all completely solo. So it's not about strength. It's about using this up here. The hotel's going to actually let us install one on an aluminum door there. So that's going to be fantastic. Thank you for working with the hotel and helping us get that arranged between us and them. And then we've got the hollow metal door class. We'll learn about frames, how to set frames, how to service hollow metal doors. There's so much money in commercial work. I don't care what hotel you go to. If you go to any hotel in this country right now and you are a certified fire door inspector, you will find problems with that hotel and with the doors in the egress path. Okay. That is a gold mine. That means you get to walk in there and you get to charge them to tell them what's wrong with their door. If you're a certified fire door inspector, you then get to offer a plan to fix their door through your company, through your separate company. And then you get the opportunity to repair that door. So you make the money on repairs. And then you get to go back and recertify that door and put it back into use, if you will. So there is just a ludicrous amount of opportunities with doors, hollow metal doors, frames, etc. And then the other class is selling all of this stuff. You have to know how to market your business so that you can get these jobs and you can keep your pipeline full. So you make sure that you're always busy. I want to be booked out a week, 2, 3, 4 in advance. I don't want to have to wait and pray and hope the phone rings. I want to make sure that pipeline is full. And that's what that class is going to do, is it's going to help you make sure that your pipeline is full. It's going to help you make sure that you've got the work lined up, who to talk to, who to register with, and how to make that phone ring with or without your Google business listing. So that's kind of what we're all about there. Do you have anything about the event that you want to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say, here at Banner Solutions, we have separate value added things that some people in the wholesale industry may have and may not. You mentioned the access control part. We do have an access control team here at Banner that can help you. If you send over a door schedule, they can help you build out the project. They can give you different options of good, better, best option. Not everybody is an expert when it comes to access control, right? So you don't want to turn away jobs just for the fact that you may not know. Let us deal with some of the intricate parts of it. We can do the quoting. We can help you create those reoccurring revenue streams while you're out doing the things that you're good at. Whether that's selling, breaking in safes, or whatnot. But we can kind of take some of the meat off the plate with you with the access control part. Um, it's a really good value added that we have. Something else that you mentioned, I know that we do here at Banner with the continuous hinges. Um, with kind of the state of the country, freight's expensive. With those being oversized, we don't charge for oversized freight with the continuous hinges as well. So I wanted to mention that when you were talking about the continuous hinges.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That is one of the issues that I've noticed is if you do order that, the shipping is almost as much as the entire hinge
As
itself.
much as the hinge, yes,
It really is.
absolutely.
And people don't pay attention to that until they get their packing slip and they're like, "Oh my, why is, that really starts to cut into your profits." So you really got to be careful with that. So that's a huge value right there. I mean, you're just that alone would be a good reason to order some. And I usually order them about 10 at a time. I
Hmm.
find that,
Yep, we take care of that cost, and we
yeah,
have them in 6 of our warehouses across the country. So, I mean, we realistically can service you with those continuous hinges within 2 days.
yeah, yeah. And people should have them on their truck. I can't tell you how many I sell. When I have a $750 solution, the difference between getting that job or getting the majority of the jobs is having the hinge on the truck ready to go and
Hmm.
ready to deploy. As soon as you're talking to the customer and you show them that they have a major problem, that one of their pivots is about to fail, that door's literally about to fall on somebody, it's dragging, it's hitting, it's doing all of the things that we see these doors do, to where it's not allowing the locking system to work correctly. It's not allowing the electronic access to work correctly because the door is not aligned properly. That continuous hinge is solid gold, money in the bank. I mean, it is one of the biggest sales of my company, totally and completely. And the fact that we can show them what the problem is, sell them the solution, and install that solution right on site within either right then and there or within the next 24 hours is the reason why we succeed. As soon as you walk away, now they're looking things up online, they're getting other quotes. That's going to cut into your profit. If you can shake hands with them and get that deal closed right then and there, that's what's going to matter at the end of the day. And then you get the sale for what you want at your price, and you get to solve that customer's problems, and they're going to be happy that they used your service.
Absolutely.
So those are all going to be some really good things with that. And like I said, electronic access control is probably the hottest thing in the industry right now. What are you guys offering as far as access control? People, they can basically send a schedule. So if let's say somebody gets contacted by a GC or general contractor, and they email you a set of plans, and maybe you're kind of like, I don't know how to read these that well. They can send them to your team, and they'll help you build a program.
Yes, absolutely. We can do anything from helping assist you with the program, or we can build the full program for you. It's a very simple process. You can send over the door schedule to EAC@bannersolutions.com. It'll go to the inbox, and one of our experts will get back with you to kind of talk you through the product, to kind of see the needs and what your customer is looking for, and we can build the product out for you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. When is the breakfast? And tell us a little bit more about some of the speakers and what's going to be going on there.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a welcome breakfast. It's going to be on the Thursday, 7 a.m. bright and early. It's typically a good Texas breakfast, but this year we are going to have our CEO, Ronnie. He's going to be a speaker. He's been with us through the transition with the acquisition by Banner Solutions from HL Flake McDonald Dash. So he'll give you kind of a peek behind the curtain, what's going on from a high level from a business standpoint. And then we're going to have our Chief Revenue Officer, Rick White. He is newer to Banner, but has been in the industry for about 25 years. People may know him from his days at Allegiant or Johnson's Control. So it'll be really good to kind of get an insight you with some of the things that we have going on at Banner now and Banner Forward in the future.
Yeah, yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Is there going to be a trade show this year?
No, we're not going to do the trade show itself, but we will have some participants from manufacturers that will be there kind of presenting their product.
Oh, so you will have some representatives there.
They'll have representatives, but it won't be the trade show with the tables and the lanyards and the bags and all of that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, focus on the education. There's going to be some manufacturer training there too. Is that accurate?
Yes,
Okay.
sir,
Yeah.
absolutely. We'll have all the manufacturers, big, small, everyone from Allegiant, ASA, Dormicaba, Mycom, and some others.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. So, well, I hope people are signing up. Like I said, these classes are filling up quickly. Some of them are already sold out. So you really need, this is kind of the crunch time right now. I know people kind of like to wait until that last week, but if you do that, you might not be able to get the classes that you want. There are caps, there are maximums that these classrooms can hold. Again, just a top tier fleet of names of the top tier people in the industry teaching these classes. My classes are going to be hands-on. We've actually got Asa Abloy has sent a little mini half door over to me that I'm going to be bringing with me there. So we'll be able to actually bolt on some stuff. We'll be able to see the metal doors and frames. We'll be able to see how those work. We'll be able to wire up a couple electronic access control systems, a couple different systems that we use. We'll be able to throw on a mag lock. We'll be able to throw on electronic strike. We'll be able to, move some parts and actually get some hands on. Then we've also got in touch with the hotel. They have a door that's kind of sagging and causing some problems. So we'll pop that continuous hinge on for them for the aluminum storefront servicing class. And that's just, I mean, that alone right there is going to add thousands and thousands of dollars to people's bottom line if you come in and take those classes. And they're hands-on, which is what everybody wants. Everybody wants something tangible. They want something they can touch. They want something they can feel. And that's the way locksmiths learn. They have to have some kind of hands-on aspect. And I really want to try and provide that to people as well. And then finally, the selling. You have to be able to sell. If you're a one-man shop, which most people are, which a lot of companies are, you have to be able to be the installer and you have to be the salesman, because you can be the best locksmith in the entire world, but you're going to be the best locksmith in the world on the couch if you don't know how to sell your trade and service to people. You need to be able to go out. You need to be able to market your business. We're going to go over business marketing for Google My Business, how to Google proof your business, how to use social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those platforms to promote your business, how to utilize ads on those platforms, boots on the ground, joining the Chamber of Commerce, getting with BNI meetings. Those things are all going to be packed into this class so that you can apply your trade in your local town and you can get some tools that are going to help you compete against your competitors. So it's going to be a real good time.
That's great. And Wayne, a few other things just to mention with registration. We are doing several giveaways. Obviously, there'll be gift card giveaways throughout the day, but some of the bigger products that we're giving away, I know that we're giving away a Futura Edge key machine sponsored by Ilco.
Wow.
I know the people at Allegiant, I believe, they are providing a Milwaukee mobile workbench cabinet, which is a pretty popular item. We're going to have people at Kwikset. They're going to give away an air compressor. And our friends at Asa Abloy, they're going to give you a chance to win a Surface Pro tablets, the 13-inch one. So that's highly sought after. And Mycom, they're going to give you the wave power inverter. So that way, when you go to install one of their operators or whatnot, they're going to toss in the wave operator. It's roughly around $300, so you can add that to it. We're going to give away a Traeger grill, which I would like to earn one of those. And lastly, our friends at Lock Lab, they're going to give away an auto throttle pad at the event as well. So Not only will you be learning the hands-on experiences and all of that stuff, we're going to do some giveaways, and hopefully, you can take some of the prizes home with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know Seth's class is a hands-on class. You've got to get hands-on for manipulation. Ken Fu does an amazing job with his class. He brings the safes in. He lets you look at them, work on them, see how the drill works. He brings the cameras right on top of the locks. Excellent training from everybody there, and then giveaways on top of it. I mean, you could really go to this trade show or this education event and walk away a huge winner. You can walk away with a lot of education, a lot more tools in your bag, ways to apply those tools, and even win some free prizes. And I know that, like, I mean, you guys give away some really nice stuff, nice stuff. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
It's a great time. Yeah. Anything else for the end here? Any last words that you want to say for the audience out there and for people that are on the fence?
No, just looking forward to seeing everybody here in Houston. Like I said, it's the old HL Flake show that we used to do. It's just going to be on a little bit smaller scale. So, come ready to learn, come ready to party, come ready to leave with some of the prizes, that we're offering. But it's a good time to be a Banner customer. We look forward to seeing everybody in Houston, and keep reaching out if you need anything with your door hardware needs.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on today. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I'm glad we were able to get you on this platform and really talk about some of the different things that are going to be offered there. A lot of times people are kind of on the fence and they don't know whether or not it's worth the investment of the classes, the time. You got to take away to go, take time away from work. Let me tell you, as somebody who found success in this field, it's worth taking the time to sharpen the saw rather than trying to cut down a tree with a dull saw. It doesn't work very well. You need to take time. This industry changes so rapidly. If you're not consistently taking classes and learning about the new things that are being offered, you're going to be left in the dust way behind, and you're not going to be able to service your customers as well as you possibly could. So I highly recommend get any hands-on training you can, get into these training programs, network with the other people. I can't tell you how many times I've met somebody at one of these education events, and I put that phone number in my phone, and what do you know it? About a year later or 6 months later, that phone number has saved my butt because I was able to call them. I was able to network with people. I was able to come up with a solution, and I was able to provide for my customers, which is really what it's all about in the end. We want to put a good face and we want to really make the locksmith industry shine, because we have so much negative light put on us from, just scams that are going on out there. People have a bad taste in their mouth about what some of the locksmiths can do, and we want to bring it back to being professional. We want to bring it back to being honest and providing integrity and good, clean, honest service and work. And that's really what it's all about. And you can do that by making sure you're at the top of your game, making sure that you get these education things under your belt, and making sure you get your certifications, continued education credits. For the people in Texas, the lovely people in Texas, that is a licensed state. So you need to get those CEU credits. Do you guys offer the CEU credits as well? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We are offering all the CEU credits will be available at the end of the show on Friday.
Cool. Yeah, great.
Absolutely.
So for all of those reasons, welcome you. Steve welcomes you, and hopefully I'll see you down there. Feel free to come by and say hi. I'm more than happy to talk with people, network with people. I stay until after the class. If there's questions after class, I will stay and I will answer all of those questions, and I will make sure that you feel that you got your money's worth from one of my classes. If you leave and you didn't learn something at all, I didn't do my job properly, and I need to go back to the drawing board, and I need to redesign that class to make sure that everybody gets something out of it. So really look forward to it. Thank you so much for being on today, Steve. Happy to have you here, and we'll see you in a couple weeks, my friend.
All right, it sounds good, Wayne. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll see you.
All right. Welcome to the Locksmith Security Network. LSN is your powerful resource, hosted by Wayne Winton for all things locksmith and security.